So let me tell you, I know for a fact documents are being suppressed. And they're being suppressed to protect individuals. I know the names of the individuals. I know why they're being suppressed. I know who's suppressing them. But I'm bound by confidentiality from a judge and cases, and I can't disclose what I know. But I hand to God, I know the names of people whose files are being suppressed in order to protect them. And that's wrong.
Jeffrey Epstein, it left some lingering mysteries. One of the biggest ones is whether he ever worked for a American or foreign intelligence agency. The former Labor Secretary, who was Miami U.S. Attorney Alex Acosta, he allegedly said that he did work for an intelligence agency. So could you resolve whether or not he did? And also, could you say why there was a minute missing from the jailhouse tape on the night of the set?
Yeah, sure. If
Hey, Pam, could I just interrupt for 1 second? Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years. You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep? That is unbelievable. Do you want to waste the time and do you feel like answering?
I don't mind answering.
I mean, I can't believe you're asking a question on Epstein at a time like this where we're having some of the greatest success and also tragedy with what happened in Texas. It just seems like a desecration, but you go ahead.
Sources telling Fox News the FBI director, Dan Bongino, is thinking of resigning from the agency after taking issue with Attorney General Pam Bondi over the handling of those files.
So according to sources to Fox News Digital, this all comes on the heels of a heated argument between FBI Deputy Director Dan Bongino and Attorney General Pam Bondi that occurred on Wednesday at the White House over the Justice Department's handling of the Jeffrey Epstein files. And this after the DOJ and FBI on Sunday released a joint review walking back its claims about an Epstein celebrity client list that apparently never existed. Sources also saying Bongino is considering resigning and took a day off from work on Friday due to his frustrations. But the White House is sticking up for Bondi, saying this, quote, President Trump is proud of Attorney General Bondi's efforts to execute his Make America Safe Again agenda, restore the integrity of the Department of Justice and bring justice to victims of crime. The continued fixation on sowing division in President Trump's cabinet is baseless and unfounded in reality. The deputy AG pushed back on reports of internal strife, posting, quote, I worked closely with the FBI director and deputy director on the joint FBI and DOJ memo regarding the Epstein files. All of us signed off on the contents of the memo and the conclusions stated in the memo. The suggestion by anyone that there was any daylight between the FBI and the DOJ leadership on this memo's composition and release is patently false. While Bongino's next move is unclear, sources tell Fox News Digital Bondi and Kash Patel, the FBI director, both have no intention of stepping down, guys.
Thank
All
you,
right, Chanley, thank you.
Chanley.
And of course, this case goes back a ways where you have Jeffrey Epstein, who originally back in the earlier teens gets a sweetheart deal, or actually it was the late aughts, I think, gets a sweetheart deal with federal prosecutors. They clearly knew a whole lot about what he was up to with the Lolita Express and his island in the Caribbean, and managed to get a sweetheart deal. Powerful people in powerful places, a lot of money, which leads to lots and lots of very legitimate and serious questions about how he wasn't jailed earlier. For some of just the things that we do know about now.
Right, and the former Trump administration official Acosta said that he was told to back off of Epstein, that he belonged to us, meaning the American intel agencies.
So what do you make of the dust-up between Bongino and Bondi? What do you think?
Well, let's listen to what Dan Bongino said on the show earlier. Watch. Or this was a few months back.
People ask me all the time, are these cases closed? And whether they're closed administratively is irrelevant. If new tips come in, we're absolutely going to follow them. And that's why I always put out, if you have additional information, please let us know. Those two cases obviously are of significant public interest. There is nothing in the file at this point on the Epstein case. And there's going to be a disclosure on this coming shortly. We are working through there is video That is something the public does
There's
not
video
know.
of him killing himself.
No, not the actual act, but the entire MCC Bay. It was only one camera. There's video that when you look at the video, and we will release, that's what's taken a while on this. We are working on cleaning it up to make sure you have an enhanced, and we're going to give the original so you don't think there were any shenanigans. You're going to see there's no one there but him. There's no DNA. There's no audio. There's no fingerprints. There's no suspects. There's no accomplices. There's no tips. There is nothing. If you have it, I'm happy to see it. There's video clear as day. He's the only person in there and the only person coming out.
I'm frustrated because I feel like I believe Dan. I think he's an honest broker. I just would like more clarity. You can't have victims, dozens, perhaps hundreds of victims, and no one's arrested, no one's perp walked. If there are videos and images, are you telling me that it was only Jeffrey Epstein who's perpetrating these crimes, and yet you have this long string of people flying there and doing God knows what? I just want more information. It feels like we're not getting as much information as quickly as we would like it, and maybe it's going to come out. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but right now I think I'm in good company in feeling like this is not going the way I thought it would go.
I hope we get information. Anything that involves child sexual assaults. We need to know who's involved, and even if it is our own intel agencies, even if it's a foreign intel agency, whatever is happening should come to light, because that's just the morally right thing to do, and I think the country deserves that.
Lingering, the mystery surrounding the case is still lingering. Desecration, burning the flag was seen as a desecration of the nation's symbol. On the heels of, the announcement came on the heels of the CEO's resignation. Sticking up for someone, she is always sticking up for her friends when they get criticized. Fixation, her fixation on social media affects her productivity. Sowing, they are sowing discord among the members of the team. Strife, the organization has been plagued by internal strife for years. Daylight between, there is no daylight between the two leaders on this policy. Dust up, there was a dust up between the teammates after the match. Shenanigan, the company was accused of financial shenanigans.
If you enjoy this content, please consider subscribing to my channel to stay up to date with future videos. Thank you for watching.